and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. Oh my gosh, I've had a whirlwind week and I'm just checking in with paycheck to paycheck, but I thought I'd do a flip through of my monthly budget and show you that. Go to Paycheck 2 and show you where I'm at with that, and then move on to my spending categories that tie in with my weekly check-in that I usually film for you guys, so you can kind of get a good idea of where I'm at and what's going on in my life right now. Now, not a lot of moving or boxing or anything is happening right now. I bought my boxes or started buying boxes. I like to buy boxes. I don't like used boxes. Mainly because we've had troubles with used boxes not being sturdy enough. So I like to see and feel and decide whether a box is strong enough for what we're doing when we move, because I want to protect our stuff. So anyways, we are moving. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm excited to have you here. I will be popping in and out from time to time. No regular schedule, just whenever I have the time. And I will do flip throughs of my budget. I lay down all my stickers for all the bills. This is my monthly bills tracking. Basically, I lay all the stickers down on the day that they're due or they're going to happen. And as you can see here, this is a lighter green color. This was last month's color, and this one was because it didn't get charged and paid for until the 1st, so I had to include it with this month's stuff. And instead of rewriting the sticker, I just kind of moved it over, and it reminded me that it was part of what I thought I was going to pay last month. So this is where I list all my income and kind of decide where, not kind of decide, but I mark off when I know income's coming in, and if not, something's not checked off, then I know, oh, something's not right. And this I know is not coming in just yet, but it might come in later, so I'm waiting on that. Not a big deal. So as you can see here, I've checked off everything up until the 10th, which was the most recent payday. So we're on Paycheck 2 period right now, starting here. And everything is checked off that I expected to come in and that came in, and anything that I didn't know that was coming in, I added to it and then included it. So now we're getting ready to head into the second half of the month. My husband will be on vacation. We're not really going anywhere. He's just home. And this kind of reminds me, oh, he's gonna be home all day. Oh boy. After being gone for 2 months here, a month here, and 3 months here, that kind of thing. As a contractor for the Navy, it's when he's home for a few weeks, it's like, wow, you're here a lot. I'm not used to seeing you this much. So it's quite interesting, but we are excited about it because our son's graduating here. He turned 18 here. It's just a lot going on with our family. A church family member had her baby here, and I was helping her out, and I was so excited to be a part of that, and so excited. So now that my monthly calendar, you can kind of see how that looks. Let's go ahead and go to my monthly budget. So there's several ways to budget, and the way I budget is for video purposes, entertainment for you guys. Not so much that you have to budget all these ways. Find one you like and stick with it. My favorite's the paycheck to paycheck one, and the individual categories of my spending, but I do like laying out a monthly budget. So this is what it looks like right now. This is the income that came in, and these are the bills that have cleared the bank and I've paid for on whether they went to the credit card, which we do use a credit card, but I pay it weekly and sometimes a couple times, 3 or 4 times a month. I will do my weekly check-in once a week, and then I pay the credit card. Sometimes I wait a little bit and make sure all the transactions clear, but pretty much I just pay the credit card weekly. And so these have cleared, they've been paid, and everything is good there. This tithe denotes what's coming in a few days. Today's June 11th. I don't know when the video is going to go up, but this tomorrow, June 12th, is a Sunday, and that's when that tithe is going to come out. And we are good to go there. And let's see. And these are the bills that come after that. They have not cleared. I did notice there was an adjustment to T-Mobile. So I put it here and I put the difference, whether if it's over budget, higher than what I expected, I mark it in red. If it's under, I mark it in black, and that's how I kind of do that. I don't really track it. I just kind of want to note it for my personal understanding of what was changed in the bill, and that works for me. So that's how I do my monthly budget. I'm going to zoom in here on my paycheck to paycheck. This is paycheck 1. It's already closed out. It's part of the last video that I did. I set up paycheck 2, and I'm still in the process of working paycheck 2. So this is the one I'm going to zoom in. So I'm going to go ahead and cut away and zoom in on this, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So right now, my husband got his last basically his full overtime check for being out to sea as a contractor for a Navy and with the company he works for. And so this is the last one we are going to get. Any fluctuation going forward, forward after this point would be anything that he paid for that the company is reimbursing us for. But for right now, this is the overtime and a little bit of reimbursement, probably about $165 or so. Most of it, when he gets reimbursed, it has nothing to do with our pay. It's actually part of a company credit card, and then they just pay that company credit card. So that's awesome that they have that option. So this is the total number. I'm not ready to commit just in case something else comes in. I'm not sure yet. And down here you see what bills have happened. The bills that have happened, I contributed to my Roth IRA, which is not, this is for next year's Roth IRA. So what I've done this year is put in the full $6,000, which is the max I can put in for my Roth IRA this year. And then each month I save a certain amount of money for next year's Roth IRA. So what I have is this tracker here, and I'll just bring this down a little bit. Here we go. And I had June 1st, and then the other day, which was yesterday, June 10th, and I just colored these in. I usually do it on camera, but because of the craziness of my life, I don't have time. I just kind of do it all at once in one setting off camera and then share it with you later. So June 10th is filled in. Once I get to this point, the 24th is the halfway mark of getting pretty much $3,000 put aside. I think that would be the amount, half of 6,000. Yeah. So put aside there and about, because the last 2 eggs or the last nest egg, this one last nest egg is $154, but the rest of them $158 per payday. Hopefully when my husband gets his new job, because we are moving and we haven't gotten a new job yet, hopefully I can still continue this. If not, what I'll do is I'll just erase or white out what I've written, or leave the dates and try to contribute something. So if I can't finish it, I'll probably have to erase all the dates and come up with something new. And it's fine. Life happens and changes. When I created this, I didn't know what this would look like. So I just planned as if it was his business for the rest of the year. I'm hoping that when we get to where we're going, he's got a job, he's all set, and we're ready to go. But here's the halfway point. So having half of my Roth IRA up front is going to be awesome. Even if I can't get the full 6,000 at the beginning of next year, that means capital gains interest is going to work in my favor because I have as much as I possibly can put on there. And that is wonderful. So here is back to the paycheck 2. And as you can see, I don't have my spending categories covered because that's for 2 whole weeks. So I'll have to refer to my weekly check-in and my individual logs for these 4 categories, which are grocery, household, restaurants, miscellaneous, and gasoline. Visa bills went up a little bit just because I brought over that extra $60 from the Boss Land and Lawn that was supposed to be for the previous month, May, going, and it happened in June. So that adjustment, and then I tipped him the other day because he did something above and beyond, so I added a $12 tip as well, so that was taken care of. But the exciting news is I put into savings because of the overtime. The overtime was $2,356.43. I have been able to put all but this last part here. $2,000 is what we put in for savings for our moving. So I'm at just around $10,000 available cash for moving supplies and whatever we need to move. And that's going to be a huge help going forward, because after this check, Paycheck 2, we will no longer get paid large sums of money. We will be back down to this on every other Friday. And then our usual VA disability and our, my husband's, I should say, military retirement check. So those things are part of it. And then we did overtime tithing. I put that in savings. We did tithe the first few overtime checks. This check has not been tithed to something specific yet. But we actually decided to tithe to a family specifically, and a giving, offering, whatever you want to call it, donation. There's so many ways of putting it, but we gave, to a family, and this part is what's left, and because I just moved it over, but what we had from the previous months, that's already gone, and we're excited about that because it's definitely going to make a huge difference in their lives. So let's go ahead and go up here. Now I've got this here because behind it is Paycheck 3. So when I go to Paycheck 3 and I transfer the money again, as long as my husband's working for the company he is now, and we'll probably not do, I probably will end up stopping here on July, contributing to it, because that is the last paycheck. Maybe August 1st, not sure, but August 1st, he won't be employed. So it's the timing of the paychecks and timing of everything. Maybe August 1st will be the first or the last time we put a deposit in that. Of course, it's just sitting in a regular savings account attached to our checking account. So if we needed it, something catastrophic, we could definitely do that. So Paycheck 3, I just have the budget set up and reminders of things that we need to pay. And then when the time comes, we'll make the changes. So grocery household. So here is my transaction log for my spending categories. Now, plenty in my grocery household category. We have overspent in other areas. We're just overspending. It just is what it is. But groceries, I bought some of this is grocery donation, and then some of this is groceries for us. So we're still figuring out what groceries look like with inflation and my husband home. That's totally different. If you saw my past videos, we didn't spend as much on groceries, and we didn't spend as much on restaurants, and we're way over budget there. So $141. Oh my. Now this only takes up to the first week of Paycheck 2, not the second week. I actually do these weekly. So there's another amount of money that's actually included here that I haven't written in. We're hoping to wait to go out to eat again, probably next week, the 17th, just because, we're over budget. But the problem is family's coming in town on the 15th. My son graduates on the 16th, and they're here on the 17th and the 18th. So, we're living our best life. So miscellaneous, you're going to die. If you know me, I love stickers. I love planners and stuff like that. I have not done a plan with me. I hope to do a flip through, but we will have to wait and see on that. But miscellaneous, yeah, I did something today. Yep. $165 with Sarah Marie stickers. Yeah. She came out with compact vertical, and I was not going to do that because I'm using it for moving and stuff like that. But I thought, well, if I get all the stickers ahead of time, I can just lay them all down and then work in them, because they're so fun looking. And I was like, I gotta have them. Now this is for August. I got some extras that I liked for July and August for the compact vertical. And then I also got for my hourly planner and my A5 Rings agenda planner. Oh my, too many planners, and I love them all. They're all my favorites. It's like my kids. I can't just choose one. I can't. If you know me personally in real life, you'll hear me say to my kids, "You're my favorite," and I say it to both of them. So they kind of laugh at me, like, "Well, we're both your favorite, so what's nothing special here?" So it's hilarious. But my husband came home. I got some Legos for my son for his 18th birthday, which was on the 9th, and then he needed tennis shoes and. I got some shirts at Simply Southern at the mall. I went to Michael's and we saw some cute stuff to hang around the house to kind of make it look, because we don't have a lot of stuff hanging on the walls. I'm not very good at decor in my home on the walls, but I'm very good at stickers. So if we could sticker a house, I would be good to go. But I found a few things that we liked, and then Amazon shirt for my son. It was like it said vintage and then 2004, and it had like forest and a deer and stuff because he likes the outdoors. And it was a way of having a birthday shirt without saying happy birthday on it. So it was really cute on Amazon. My husband bought some socks, and then I added to the budget, and we were already over budget. So I got my son some clothes. He needed some new shirts and shorts and stuff like that. And we got that at Walmart. And then I returned these shoes here, and then they gave me a gift card credit. So the next time we spent money on Amazon, I only had to pay $5.98 for several items that we just purchased that are being delivered today. So we're excited about that. And again, the stickers. So yeah, that's been the spending. Gasoline. Oh my goodness. I breached $100. Now I ran that tank down. I normally need only 20 gallons, but I got 22 gallons. Now I have a Nissan Armada 2013. It's a 29-gallon tank, and I've been driving it everywhere. Like I said, I've been taking care of another family. I don't know if I said that before. A friend of mine had her baby, and I've been helping her out with her little one, who's a year and a half old, and she has a new baby. So I'm like, oh, mama. Oh, mama. But I'm so happy for them, and they're so cute. But I've been driving everywhere, and I had it down below a quarter tank, which means it's more than 20 gallons. And it was definitely way more than last time I got it, and it was $4.89, I think, a gallon. So anyways, you do the math. And then before that, it was only $80.10. So I'm like, geez, this is crazy. And I used to pay $65, $68 earlier this year. And I'm going, this is a huge jump in gas. So what do I do with all those transactions when I have them on my credit card? So on my to follow and track my credit card, I have what I call a credit card log. Now, disclaimer, I create these budget sheets. I sell them on Etsy. There is a link in the description box below if you are interested in any of these. I think I have a sale going on right now, so go check it out. Lisa's Faith Budget Plan is what it's called. And yeah, I really like it. But I use the same highlighters colors that I here in my credit card log that I also use in my weekly check-in transactions, and I'll go over that in just a minute. But the credit card log, yeah, see I had to make a $558 payment. I'm spending so much. And then down here, let's see if I can get it on the screen, not knock stuff over. Yeah, here we go. I made $1,083.25 payment. Oh my gosh. And then that was just the 9th to close it out for the week. And then I spent so much and the bills came in and cleared that I did another $610 payment. Now, we don't spend out of our checking account, but I budget the cash that comes in our checking account from the paycheck, and which is why I have these logs to track how much I'm over and under and all that stuff, and if I can support what goes on the credit card. I just make sure I keep paying it from the checking account and not charge anything from the checking account. It all goes on the credit card unless it's pre-planned to go on the debit card for our checking account. And sometimes the reason to do that would be if the credit, like my credit card is a rewards card, so I get points. If the value of the points is lower than the fees that they charge to use a credit card. Because sometimes, like at my utilities, it's $2 or $3 to use a credit card, but it's free for me to use my bank bill pay system that's already linked to that utility company. It's free, so there's no fees on that, and it pays the bill. So here you'll see the highlights where it's purple, that's the Visa. That's what this means over here. And then if it's white, it comes out of our checking account. And see, there's something we already had set that way, and I haven't changed over, or there's a fee attached to it and I just don't want to pay that fee. I would change it if the fee was less than what the reward was, but it's never less than that. And I've been averaging about $50, $60 a month in rewards right now, so that's kind of cool. I do need to highlight this. Where are my highlighters? Here you go. So this is what I use here, and then there's a purple one I use out of, because I ran out of colors, out of here. And I got this on Amazon, and there's two types, this happiness, and then this youth, these two colors. So, and I use this purple one this purple one right here to highlight when I have a bill charged to the credit card. So hopefully the camera's not shaking too much. Putting stuff on the shelf over here. All right, so Sarah Marie stickers, that was a miscellaneous item. I just love her stickers. I can't resist. I really can't. My husband's been saving money on his account separate from all of this, and he got himself, and it's really awesome. I'm so glad he got it. A backup camera for his Jeep. He has a 2010. It didn't come with one. And he's got a new stereo in it and the backup camera. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot drive this thing. I can't even get in the thing. My goodness. But I said, if you've been thinking about it, I want you to get a backup camera, because if I have to drive it anymore, one, I could barely get in it, but two, I need that backup camera or I'm going to hit something. So he went ahead and ordered it, and he installed it today, and it works. It's so awesome. So here is the expense calendar. So it's just like my other calendar for my bills, but this is just the day-to-day spending. And these are my color categories: grocery, household, restaurant, miscellaneous, and gasoline. Unbudgeted is yellow. I probably should have done Sarah Marie unbudgeted, but I really want to show that I'm over budget in certain categories, because that is definitely frivolous and naughty, and I could have waited and I didn't. So, oh well, yeah, I just had to spend today. But I've already checked off the first week. I ended it actually on the 8th of June instead of the 9th. I usually go from Friday to Thursday. But what happened was I had a no spend day here, and I went ahead and did the budget. So I decided to close it out and then start on Thursday instead. So this budget for the next weekly check-in is the 9th through the 16th. And then there will be the 17th through the 23rd and the 24th through the 30th. So if I can keep up with the tracking. But as you can see here, I have like arrows for stickers that didn't fit because they were put on that kind of schedule. And today's the 11th. So that's what we spent so far. So this is not included, but all of this is included for the weekly check-in. So here is my weekly check-in. So I can get my notes off to the side here. Here we go. So the first week, this is what happened. Over budget by $264.43. I imagine I will keep being over budget a little bit. I did leave enough in the buffer to cover this of the checking account to pay it. Right now it's sitting on the credit card. As long as I get it paid off before the end of the month, that is all I really need to do. But I still need to focus and not do that stuff. So when I added, these are the amounts per week, and I'm only doing 4 weeks. When I added the amounts, this $300 plus for grocery household for this week is $311.28. There we go. And then this got reduced to $59. It was already over budget coming into the week in the dates of the 9th through the 16th. And then miscellaneous over budget, gasoline. So it only left me like $423.07. But I know that's going to go out the window because it's graduation week. And, you know, we will survive. That's basically all I can say, is we will survive. So hopefully, things go well. I do have vacation money for next weekend when we are taking a week, a 2-night stay somewhere nearby, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So I have money set aside for that. So it should not hit the budget too hard, and I could pay the credit card with that. But yeah, these numbers are going to be over budget for a while, maybe for the entire month. I don't know. Because I'm still adjusting to having my husband home and buying groceries and going out to eat, because he loves to go out to eat and things like that. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. That's the weekly check-in. Is there anything else in here that I usually go over with you guys? Notes page for me is nothing but more than me putting any information for next month or working out information for this month and things like that. Sinking funds and savings trackers. How can I forget? All right, so I have it set up, sinking funds and savings tracker. I have a note. I'm trying to decide about these shoes because I sent them back. So I think I'm going to take this off because we spent the money on something else. So I didn't spend out the sinking funds yet. So everything is in and updated, and will be really good there. And then on Paycheck 3 is when I make the deposit for all of these. I don't make this deposit of 62-cent dividends is already in there. This vacation money, the $1,500, was originally the $1,500 we got for child tax credit last year. We're using it for a mini vacation for graduation, which is kind of fun. So it is going to my son in a fun way. And then Skillshare, all these different sinking funds that I have. Anything for annual expenses, which is what I typically use sinking funds for. These are the mini deposits that I will make in these categories, but I just track them on paper. I have one savings account for this, and the total at the bottom for the savings account is right here, and this minus the 62 cents will be the deposit that's made, unless I decide to spend out of this month, and that's going to be interesting kind of thing. It'll probably that I won't add to it because I'll probably spend all of this, and this will pay the credit card. I have to think that through a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think that through, because if I don't have to move money around, I don't like to move money around. So there's that. And then my savings tracker. So my savings trackers run just like a credit, or like a what do you call it? A sinking fund, where I have categories instead of dates. I sell these in my shop, but it says date here. I modify mine. I can modify yours. If you want a custom budget, you can definitely take my sheet and then say, can you make different categories? Can you title these different, move the lines a different? I could do just about anything. So just let me know and I can always do that. We have a money market account, which includes our 3-month savings. It's actually a 6-month savings, but 3 months cash, if that's all we had to survive off of. But we get a military retirement check and VA disability regardless if my husband works. So that plus, what we need to cover for the rest of the month here, this is combined makes 6 months. So that's kind of cool. I did both payments here. This is where the $158 goes. It's a money marketing account. It's a higher yield account. Right now it's getting like just under $10, and I keep adding to it. I don't take anything out. It's just building and building. So by the end of this year, I hope to have the $6,000 for the pay and for the Roth IRA, and I can take it out of this account, and that's the only time I want to take anything out. I do have our vacation sitting in there, but this is for like in the fall, not right now. But if we needed it for something else, it is available. I have a total of 56 in dividends. And then they added another $9.42, which to them, that's high yield. But the rates are changing all the time. So, never in our favor sometimes. So And we have a regular savings account attached to the checking account that we've had over 20 years. And this is where I kept my husband's travel expense. He's no longer going to be traveling. He's not going overseas anymore. He still works for the same company, but he won't after a while. So I just went ahead and moved the $60 that was left over, putting it in with the moving prep, adding that $2,000 that I showed you that we went into savings. This is where it went. I want the moving money very accessible to the checking account if we need to move money around, or easy to pay the credit card with. So that's what that is. Tithing overtime, like I said, we give to a family as tithing. Now we have this, and that's what we had at the beginning. And there we go. That's what we're at. I could probably, now that I have this number, I don't think there's any other. And yeah, I'll wait till the end of the month to do this. And that line item will disappear, and next month you'll just see tithing, overtime, moving prep, and dividends. That's all I'm going to have in that savings account. And then cash envelopes, which really I do it for video purposes and entertainment. People love it, and but I have like a hair cutting cash envelope, which really, I can fill this out with you right now if I can find the right pen. Oh, here it is. Let's see here. Haircuts, because I'm not putting any cash in it just yet. You know what? Now that I think it, say that out loud, maybe I should look at the calendar. Okay, so they just got their cut, and then, okay, they do need it for the 25th. So I need another $40, and I might get my hair done then too. So I'm going to leave that blank, but I do know, and I'm gonna not worry about the haircut. I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so GalaxyCon here, I'm not adding any extra money. I paid it in full. I'll show you that. So GalaxyCon is where my son, one of my sons, my oldest son, who's 23, when he graduated high school 5 years ago, we went to GalaxyCon in Raleigh, North Carolina. It was actually called SuperCon I think SuperCon back then. And so I have the $1,600 in cash here. And a GalaxyCon is where you get autographs, or you meet celebrities and meet and greets, and meet comic book people who do stories and stuff like that, and artists and all kinds of people. So cosplay is very big. People dress up. We don't typically dress up, but we enjoy watching everybody else that's dressed up. And so I have one of my cash envelopes. It's digital. I just printed it out. It's just regular paper, and it's holding together pretty good. It's kind of tearing right here at the top. I don't know if I'll keep that flap, but I have $1,600 in here, so that's pretty good for a cash envelope and a tracker. When we get to GalaxyCon, when you pay for autographs, it's easier when cash, so that's why I have 20s and 50s and things like that in there, and I have that fully funded, so that is my savings for that. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out and close out this video. Okay, I am back. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I am during Paycheck 2 and going through a flip through of everything that's going on, my savings and all the things. I know it's a lot to take in, but like I said at the beginning of this video, budgeting and doing all these things keeps me sane. It keeps me on track, and some of it I do for you guys and entertainment purposes of showing you how I track, how you can track, or a system that you can use. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's not necessarily a quick video, but it's a good flip through of all the different ways of budgeting, and I hope one speaks to you. And if you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you, and I hope you have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.